Login accepted.
Hey guys, this is Freddy. In this video, I'm going to discuss a real-world scenario where the customer doesn't want to have to go into their driver properties and switch between printing in color or black and white because they forget sometimes and they're charged more money for color prints than they are for black and white ones. So a good way to do this is to create two virtual printers. One will be set to like auto color, and then the other one will be set as default to black and white. And then that way the customer can choose the printer that they want to print to from their application without actually having to go into it, choosing black and white from a drop down, and then they forget to put it back to color later and everything comes out in black and white when they wanted it to come out in color. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up on a Windows 10 computer, but if you're doing this on a server, it should pretty much be the same type of procedure. So I'm going to go ahead and open up devices and printers. And in this case, I'm going to do this Canon Z7580 right here. So I'm going to right click this and I'm going to go to printer properties. I'm going to go to the advanced tab at the top, and then I'm going to click on printing defaults. Now the default mode is already set to auto color / black and white. The other options are full color or black and white. Now what's the difference between color and auto? Well, if you're printing a document that has multiple pages in it and some of the pages are black and white and some of the pages are in color, with auto it's going to automatically print the color ones in color and the black and white ones in black and white. And then that way you'll be charged correctly. If you choose color, then even if it's a black and white image or a black and white page, it's going to use all four colors to create the black and white, and you will be charged as a color copy, which costs more. So in this case, I'm going to leave this at auto color. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to go to my general, and I'm going to change the name. So I'm going to go ahead and change the name, and I'm going to change this one to Canon Color. And if you're on a server and you're sharing it from the server, you could actually put the share name there and name it Canon Color. So I'll click OK. And now that's the Canon Color. Another thing you're going to want to do is go up to the ports tab and just look at what port the printer is using. So when we set up the second copy of it, we already know. So in this case, it's the IP address 0.50. So now we'll click on Add a Printer. Click on the printer that I want isn't listed. I'm going to click on Add a Local Printer or Network Printer with Manual Settings. Click Next. Use an existing port, so I'm going to choose the 0.50. Click Next. I'm going to use the same driver, which is the 7580 UFR2. Now click Next. And we're going to use the driver that is currently installed. And here we can already give it a name if we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and call it the Canon Black and White. And then it'll install the printer. So when it's done, we have to go into the properties of the printer and we have to change the color preferences to black and white. So I'm going to click on Finish. And then here's Canon Black and White. If you notice, the Canon color printer is now missing, and we only have the Canon Black and White. Well, one of the things that Windows 10 does is it puts the two printers together as one device because they're both using the same driver and they're both using the same IP address. But when you right click it and you go to printer properties, it lists both of them. So we'll go to Canon Black and White. we'll go to the Advanced tab. We'll click on Printing Defaults. And we're going to set the default to one-sided printing because the Canon drivers come set as default for two-sided printing. And then under color mode, we'll select black and white. We'll apply that and we'll hit OK. And we can go back to general and print the test page if we wanted to. So now click OK. So if you want to confirm, you can right click on it, go to printer properties, go to Canon color, go to advanced, printing defaults, and you'll see it's set to auto color. We'll just cancel out of this. Right click, printer properties, Canon black and white, advanced, printing defaults, and it's set to black and white. We'll cancel out of this. So you now have the two devices. So now when you go to print something, I'm going to open up Acrobat Reader. I'll just open up this PDF file here. So now when the user goes to print, they'll do a file, print, and now they can choose which printer they would like, the Canon black and white or the Canon color. So if they print to the Canon black and white, it'll print in black and white. If they print to the Canon color, it'll print in color. Another option you might want to set depending on the user environment is which device is the default printer. By default, Windows will manage the printer. But if you right click it and you choose set as default printer, if you wanted to set the black and white as default, you click on black and white, it tells you Windows will stop managing the printer. Hit OK, and now the Canon black and white is your default printer. And that's all there is to it. Until next time, this is Freddy, signing off.